Hi, welcome back to today's podcast, Drama and Chill. Today we are on episode 1, where today's topic is analysis of the drama and its relation to reader response theory. Back with your host, I'm Jenny Shira binti Abrahman as your favorite host, and today with me I have very two special guests, my own classmate. Let's introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Alicia. Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Anati.
Yeah, and they both are my lovely classmates. So, for today's podcast, we are going to have 3 segments. The first segment is where we are going to analyze the character in our chosen drama text. And the second segment, we are going to relate it to Rosenblatt reader response theory. And the third segment is a Q&A session, special for our audience. Just for your information, we are live broadcasting on TikTok, so our live audience can give as much as question you like, and we will answer it during our Q&A session. Are you ready?
Yes, don't forget to tap the screen.
Yeah, let's go to the first segment. See me today. What drama comes to your mind?
Based on your pet,
Yeah.
I think it must be Wizard. Is it Harry Potter?
No, I have a one, but
Oh.
it's not. You say something about witch?
Yeah, which
Wizard. That's correct. I chose Wizard of Oz.
Ooh.
It is a musical drama because it is a musical drama because in Wizard of Oz there is so many catchy songs that you can actually listen, and then you will like it because I think it's so fun, the song in Wizard of Oz. So about Wizard of Oz, there's one character that I really like, Dorothy. Okay, I will tell you a little bit synopsis of how what is Wizard of Oz about. So basically, Dorothy is a girl who lives with her auntie and her uncle and her small little dog Toto. So one day there's this tornado who swept her whole entire village, and then she got sucked into this other dimension, and then suddenly she's in this whole other environment where she met a witch, she met a evil witch, she met a wizard, and she met Tin Man, Scarecrow. Everything is so crazy for her. So I think in this drama, she is a hero. She fits into the character archetypes of hero because she embarks on this journey where she faced a lot of hardship. She faced a lot of challenges, a lot of obstacles. And then she actually, along the way, she met a lot of friends, and she have these strategies to overcome the journey. And then at the end, she changes into a person who actually appreciates her old home. And then she actually have an end goal that she wants to go back. And this is what made her the hero in the story. Yeah. And then I also have another favorite drama, which is Jack and the Beanstalk. This one is a fantasy because, come on, is there actually a magic beanstalk in this world? No. Is there actually a giant? I don't think so. Yeah. So basically, giant, I think I'm going to analyze the giant. I don't want to analyze the basic main character Jack. No, I want to analyze the giant this time. So traditionally, we will think that the giant is the villain because it is a giant, it's big, it's evil. So we would think that it is evil, the villain in the story. But upon deeper reading and understanding, he can actually fall into a victim archetype because the giant actually just trying to protect his home. He's just trying to protect his wife. He's just trying to protect what he have, his properties and all. So he is the villain, but he can also be the victim if you ask me. Yeah. Okay. Now, when I see you, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna ask you: are you cosplaying someone?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
cosplaying someone from Cloudy and...
Okay, you know what? I cannot guess because I don't know them.
Oh my god, I don't know that. Oh
I
my
don't know
god,
that. I
that
don't
is
know
my
that.
old-time favorite cartoon.
Oh really? Okay.
Yes.
Then spill.
So basically, this Cloudy with the Meatballs is a story about a scientific story. Like there is a creator who invents some sort of things that can change the weather into food. Like
damn.
imagine that it's not raining with water, but instead it's raining with food. Like you can get the free food like every single day. And
I'd be so happy.
yes,
my gosh.
mine too. So in this story, I would like to emphasize on this one character, which is she's not the main characters on it, but her role is to assist the main character, whose name is Flynn Lookwood. Her name is Sam Sparks, and I'm cosplaying her.
Sam.
Sam.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that is for my first drama text, which is into a comedy genre, and the other one is I think it's melodrama. Can you guess what it is?
Okay,
We have a
because you're
lot
wearing-
of melodrama.
Okay, yellow, is it like Beauty and Beast?
Close enough, but mine is somewhat falls into the Disney princess. It is Snow White.
Snow White? Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
The oldest the first ever Disney
Yep.
princess. Yes.
Yes.
And we know that Snow White, how fair she is, how
Yeah.
beautiful she is,
Yeah.
and how she was envious by her own stepmother, the evil queen. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about her, about the evil queen, or about the prince who saved her. But I'm going to talk about the Grumpy,
Oh.
one of the 7 dwarfs that she lives with.
Yeah. She lives with dwarves. Yeah.
Yeah, she lives with the dwarfs.
Mm.
Okay. And I'm going to go deeper on that after this.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for that. Okay. You know what? You right now.
Okay.
Blue, blue, blue.
And then one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, this is
Cinderella.
so
Is it
familiar.
Cinderella?
Yeah, ding dong.
I know it.
But it's not
Okay.
a glass, by the way.
Cinderella is my all-time favorite.
Oh.
That's my favorite. And then I think many of us already know this drama, right?
Yeah.
So Cinderella is like a story about stepmother, her, and then the ball,
Oh
the
yes,
prince,
Prince
right?
Charming.
Yeah.
It's about
Typical
like
Disney
she's
movie.
been tortured by her stepmother and her stepsister, and then a fairy godmother came and then helped her transform into a beautiful princess. And then she goes to the ball and then meet the prince, and then she lives happily ever after.
Wow.
So in this podcast, I would like to talk about Cinderella, but I would like to talk about it later more.
Oh, okay.
And then the second,
Oh, you have another one.
yeah.
Oh, what
and
is
then
it?
The second drama is, I think you must know this. It is a very tragic love story.
Tragic. I will have to guess.
Tragedy, yeah?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, ding dong ding. Wait,
Wow.
you got it. You got it.
I'm so good at
Right
drama.
to
I'm so
Oh
road.
my god.
Yeah.
I see that.
So Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. It's about love story, tragic
Yeah.
love story,
Mm.
about how they love each other so much, but because of their family conflict, they have to split up.
Oh my
and then,
god.
Yeah, all those things leads to a tragic
The legend.
ending,
Yeah.
which is one of them died.
Oh my god, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting sad now. Okay, now that all of us have talked about the characters in our chosen drama text, and that's the end of segment 1. Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll continue with segment 2. Let's go! Okay, we are back to segment 2 of Drama and Chill. In this segment 2, we are going to talk about how what we just talked about relate to Rosenblatt reader response theory, which there are 2, effort and aesthetic. So, can you give me the honor to start?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to start by analyzing my musical drama, which is Wizard of Oz. I'm going to talk about how Dorothy, from an African reading perspective, I think that we can see that she is facing a lot of hardships, a lot of obstacles when she have to find her own way to, to go back home. And then there's this one interesting character in it, which is the Scarecrow. You know, the Scarecrow, he doesn't have a brain. So throughout the drama, he keeps on asking for brain. He wants to meet the wizard to ask for brain. But then, when there's this one scenario where Dorothy is captured, they have to come up with a plan that wants to, help Dorothy escape. He was the one that come up with the plan. So wow, without brain, he is able to do that. So this is what we're moving on to the aesthetic reading, where I think when I read the drama text, I feel like, wow, I relate with Dorothy first, because I feel like I don't feel like home is the house. I don't feel like the home is the place, but I think the home is the people that I'm with, the people that I love. So I don't have to be somewhere to call it home, but I just need to be with people that I love, people that I'm comfortable with. That's what Dorothy feels, because before this, she's like very ungrateful of her auntie, and she always played with her dog. But then when she got into this dimension, she started to appreciate more on her surroundings, because she started to, feel that appreciation. And then as for the Scarecrow, I think that I relate to the Scarecrow because actually what we have, we don't need, okay, let me give you an example. We don't need a big and buff body to be able to tell us that we are strong. But it all comes from within, like it's our inner strength, like that. And then as for Jack and the Beanstalk, I think that, from an African reading, I can say that Jack is able to, overcome his struggle as well, because he is financially struggled, and then he went to steal from the giant the property and all of that. We can see he is successful in doing all of that. That's what I get from the drama text. But then when I go for the aesthetic reading, I feel like one side of me think that he is courageous and he is very brave because he can climb the giant tree. But upon further understanding and further I actually read and immerse myself in the drama text, I actually think that why is he stealing from others? Why is he doing this? Because he is misery. He is disturbing other people's life, because Giant is living happily. But then when Jack comes, like, oh my god, trouble.
So basically, yeah, for me, Sam is a girl, but she changed herself to fit into the society role at first. Like she wants to become a weathercaster, and she became a weathercaster. However, into fitting into her work situation, work societal, people will encourage her to always appear pretty. Like she even took her glasses, which is she symbolizes it as an intellect, because of her surrounding. So throughout the movie, she will eventually change her appearance into what she wants to be instead of fulfilling others' perception about her. So basically, spectacle. In terms of aesthetic perceptive spectacle, she symbolizes it with an intellect, which I agree with that because she had quite a huge knowledge regarding the weather, regarding her ability of forecasting weather. She can use it, and into being herself, instead of listening to others, she should trust in herself. She should believe in herself into being what she wants to be. Okay. So, and for Snow White, like the grumpy, as the name goes by, it's grumpy. He's someone who always grumpy, always have a short temper, and always being like that version of him. But throughout the time, when the what her name is Snow White's appearance, he was the one who reluctant to accept her into his as the part of his life. And throughout the time changes, he began slowly to knowing her, to accepting her, and even when she died, he became one of the. He never cried, but he cried so hard because of her death. And then from there, we can see that people actually can adapt to the changes, but they just require some time for them to adapt to those. Like us, from the childhood to into the adulthood, we require some time to adjust with our surroundings, with our new surroundings.
Yeah, what about you? Oh, okay. My drama Cinderella. From the effervescent one, Cinderella is someone who she is kind and patient even after being tortured by her stepmother and stepsister. And then, this is my aesthetic response from my personal opinion. I actually do find that Cinderella is admirable because of her kindness. But I actually do feel like, why didn't she fight for herself instead of just living that kind of life, and also instead of just waiting for a magic to come, fairy godmother to help her. And then for Romeo and Juliet, Romeo, he is someone who would do everything for his love. But he is someone who would do everything for his love, and then he is brave to, to fight the family conflict. But at the end, still it's the tragic ending.
And it's stupid.
But okay, actually, this is my personal views on this drama. At first, I actually thought like, why would he do that? How big is his love to the point that he would do reckless things like that? But after reading those stats, I feel like, maybe if it was me and I lose the love of my life, I would be heartbroken like him too. Right? You guys would too, right?
Yeah.
Even though I never felt that kind of.
I would die for my love. I would say that.
I would do that.
He's getting such a
I don't want to talk about love. I don't want to talk about love.
Okay. And then his bravery to overcome all that made me think like, he has such a strong character.
I wanted Romeo in my life.
Yeah, me too. But who else? They have a tragic love story.
Nah.
So,
We're trying to have
we want the what we call it, the loyalty.
yes.
Okay. Wow, so that is the end of our segment 2. Oh my god, if we finish segment 2, that means that we are almost coming to the end.
Yeah.
We're going to have our last segment after 5-minute breaks.
Yeah.
See you. Phew, that was a long break we had. So we are almost coming to the end. We are now in segment 3 where we have a Q&A session. So we are now reading from the live chat broadcast. We are going to answer one by one. I think we are going to each take one question, and then we're going to have a short answer for this question. So the first answer here is a question by Irfan. Wow, he asked, should Jack really be seen as a hero if he is stealing? That's a good question. Okay, alright. Okay, let me explain. This is what the reader responsory is all about. It's all about your personal interpretation of the drama. for you, he might be seen as a villain because he's different from others. But if we look at it from a person who are having a financial struggle, they might think that Jack is a hero because he is just trying to make his life better and his family life better by stealing. Because when he steal the golden egg, his family actually turned to a rich family, and for that he is a hero. But for you, he might be seen as a villain because he steals from others, right? Okay. Anyone else want to?
Okay, wait. Oh, this one caught my eyes.
Oh, wow.
Do you think Cinderella and Juliet had control over their own fate, or were they both bound by situations beyond their controls? Okay, so for this, Cinderella, she, as you know, she has little control over her fate because she relied on magic instead of she getting out of the
comfort zone.
yeah. Okay, and then she didn't actively fight her hardship. But however, for Romeo and Juliet, Romeo fight for his love, and then like marrying Juliet, and then defying his
Go against his family.
go against his family. But in the end, the family conflict still control whatever that happened in the story in his life. So to answer this question, I don't think that they can control their fate because even if they goes against their hardship or they just like living their life, fate is still fate.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
There's a question for me?
Oh, let's actually a question.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Someone actually asked a question, guys.
Oh, actually users 123. She was, I don't know she or he, but
Okay.
it's typo, it should be Sam instead of me.
Oh.
So basically if I was Sam, what would I do? Well, this story emphasizes on the societal pressure, right? So for me, I think I will face like maybe I will be like Sam, like how I change myself to please others because I'm quite a people pleaser. But actually throughout the time, I should realize that I should be more like myself, like Sam did. Like she changed her appearance according to what she loved. She loved broadcasting, so she do it. And then intending instead of keep on being intern, keep on following people's what they need now.
Yeah.
I hope that answers the question. And thank you for sending me that.
Okay, I think there's no more question. So with that, the Q&A session has come to an end. Yay! Got an end. So that's all for today's episode on today's podcast on analysis of the drama text and its connections to Rosamund, reader response theory. So we want to thank you so much for attending this podcast, and we hope to see you again in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.